So next we'll see like what are the different import and export options available within Civil 3D. So once you open the file, we already seen how to import points and a lot of other information. So you can go directly here, click on create, and then click on this button here, and you can click on, and then you can choose wide variety of formats of points that you can bring in, such as CSV, XYZ, and all the different formats of points that you can bring in using a point file. And that's one way. And the second one is like once you have a surface in place, and so just gonna create one, and you can expand it, and then you can see there is a whole bunch of options that you can do it. You can directly import DEM files, and you can go and choose contours, and this is basically including some of them is like you can bring in like a DWG, DXF format of points, lines, and 3D faces and things like that, and then you can add it as a drawing object. And similarly, we also have the point file option directly here, which you can import it. And point surveys, we have to bring in survey data using survey database, which I will show you, and we can do that as well. And the next thing is if you go to the insert option, you got the standard import option, which you click on it, and then it gives you wide variety of formats that you can bring in. So you can bring in CATIA, you can bring in from Inventor, and Metafile, MicroStation, DGN formats. It supports DGN latest version as well, PDF, and Pro Engineer, and then Rhino, SolidWorks, and step file, and DGN, all formats. So there are different formats that you can bring data in 3ds Max and other information. And apart from that, you also have LandX desktop import. So that's a Land desktop is a separate software from which you can actually bring in file formats from Land desktop. And then you can bring in LandXML. So I can click on LandXML, and then I have like a couple of LandXML files, and which I can bring it, which I already showed you in the surface for volume comparison data. So you can bring in data like that. And points from SRI, which you already seen it. So this is the same option. And then from Storm and server analysis, and import survey data. So you can click on it, and you can bring in survey data directly into this one. So I can create, and I would actually probably do a separate one for survey database, but pretty much you can create a database, and then you can import data into it. You check the tutorial for that to understand how to import survey data. Probably I'll do that in the advanced version of it. And once it's here, it will be available in the survey database. And there is actually a very good advantage of keeping data within survey database, which we will talk that in the advanced tutorials. And then apart from that, you can open InfraWorks models. So if you are using InfraWorks, you can use it to bring in InfraWorks models. And you also can bring it from ArcGIS, and this is data source manager for ArcGIS. You can bring it from there. And so you can also have point clouds. The issue with point clouds is like it supports like RCP and RCS version, and which is Recap, which is basically an Autodesk product called Recap. You can use Revit to do it, because what happens is like I have a point cloud file which used to be supported in previous version of Civil 3D, where you can directly bring in and import LAS files. But with the current version, they are actually asking us to use Revit or Recap to convert the LAS files to actually Recap files. And then once you convert to Recap, then you can import it from the RCS file. So that is how you can bring in point clouds. And similarly, that's pretty much most of the regular imports that you can see it up here. And then you can also use map import, and wait for a couple of seconds, and then it gives you additional set of map import options, which generally most of the time when Civil 3D people, when they use Civil 3D, they don't really know much about map 3D features. There is a whole bunch of map 3D features that you can actually avail as well. So now if you see it, you can import it from STF files, which is an Autodesk native format for storing spatial data, and Esri ArcInfo files, map info, and MicroStation DGN, and you can also see SQLite spatial, and a lot of different formats of data that you can bring it here into this one. And similarly, you have map export and export from AutoCAD. Those options is just an opposite to this one. And if you go to output, and you can see the export to IMF like InfraWorks, export to LandXML, export to Civil 3D drawing, and so there is a whole bunch of other options that you can play around with the export as well. The other thing that you can also try is, let me close this one, and If you go to the workspace here, you can change to planning and analysis. I'm going to click on this one, and now you got an option that says connect. And so now you've got the whole bunch of map 3D tools, and you can click on this one, and then it gives you an option to connect. This is again the same way as what we saw before, importing data, but here we can directly connect to an ArcGIS database, and you can use an geo package connection, MySQL, ODBC, Oracle, and SDF connection, shapefile, and all these formats. You can see that all of these things we would have seen in the previous import options. This is basically not importing, even though we are importing data, but we are connecting to the data source and we are importing not just as a flat file. And this is again another cool thing that you can bring in as well. Now you see like how much other options that's available. And similarly, you can export from here to the map data as well, using FTO connection, and as an image, and map to DWG, and DWG to SDF, all the other options that's available as well. So same way you can click on export, and export gives you the same set of options such as DWF and metafile and DGN, IGS, and other format as well. And if you want to give it as a DXF file, so you can go to standard AutoCAD. Let me switch it back into Civil 3D. And if you want to give as an output to some other format, so you can click on this one and then click on save as, and this gives you the option, an additional option of that you can export it as well. So like DXF is a universal format that you give it to SolidWorks or most of the other CAD programs such as ZWCAD and anything that they will accept these formats. And then from here you also have the publish option, from which you can actually publish into like e-transmit, send it to an email and things like that. That's another way of doing things. Okay, so that's your export option to export to these formats, and like ICF, and which we haven't seen in the previous ones as well. There is an ICF formats, and you can click on other formats, and which gives you these ones as well, like lithography STL files, which you can use it for printing in 3D printers. Now you see like whole bunch of options that you can use it to import data into Civil 3D and export it. This is pretty wide, and then this is not even including the standard tool sets. There is like extensions, free extensions that's available as well. And if you go to toolbox and if you expand the miscellaneous utilities, and you have these options as well, where you can export as an KML, and which basically you can import it into Google Earth, and similarly surveys. And yeah, so there is a whole bunch of free extensions and paid extensions as well, which generally helps you to broaden this capability of importing data from Trimble, and plenty of other products, and export it to them as well. Okay, we'll see again another one. Thank you guys.